Okay, good day everyone listening to me. I welcome every one of us to today's awesome training. I believe that you're going to have much value for your time. Okay, um, just try to pay attention because I have something important to pass to every one of us today. Now, when you look closely to the screen, you discover that the topic we have is how to manifest during tough times. It's something that's we are sometimes faced with many challenge that throws us off balance. In fact, that makes us question our belief, that makes us question our dream, and makes us question if there is a way forward. And sometimes, according to a write-up, a quote, they say that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% the way you react to any issue. So your reaction to any issue determines a lot. It determines a lot. It's your action that shows if there is hope or if there is no hope. Okay, now how to manifest during tough time. But before I go on, as a form of introduction, I'd like you to remember that my name is Mr. Dixon Gosvine, a lifestyle coach, an entrepreneur, a business coach, a consultant, a writer, an animation creator, and a science lab technician by study. This is my humble self, and I believe that before the end of today, you have maximum value for your time. So let's pay attention as we kickstart. Okay, now I want you to listen to this little nugget. Habits comes from the way we think. I want you to note that your thinking matters a lot. Your habit is a show, is an outcome of what you think. That is the truth. If you don't know it, according to Kent Harris said, attitude is everything. Some people are optimistic in nature, some people are pessimistic. And these are just function of their mindset. So your habit is totally the way you think. The way you think precedes your habit. Am I making sense? Okay, now follow me. If we consistently train our brain to focus on being loving, grateful, and positive, we will be able to pull ourselves through challenging times with much greater ease. That is the truth. Sometimes people don't know there's what we call the law of attraction. The way you fashion yourself determines the way you are. What you think, what you focus on grows. If you consistently think on things that are negative, you'll discover that you'll be filled with so much hatred and filled with so much anger. In fact, that when things comes up to be, in fact, you have this nature in you to never believe that things can work out for you, because for a long time you have constantly given yourself to focus on things that are negative. But when you consistently train your brain to begin to focus on things that are lovely, grateful, positive, you will discover that even when challenge comes, you will even still be optimistic. You will even still have a positive mindset that irrespective of the things that are going on in my life, I am sure that things can turn out to become better. Okay, so the mind has no direction of its own. It only follows certain trends of thoughts. That is the truth. The way we are being structured, the mind cannot differentiate between facts and fictions. That is the truth. So whatever you give your mind to focus on, you see that it automatically becomes your nature. So the mind has no direction of its own except what you give it into to think about. So it goes into it becomes its nature. That's it becomes a thread to it once you give yourself to think about a particular direction. Okay, so now the more we practice directing our mind towards love, gratitude, trust in the universe, and our true identity as a soul, bringing light to the world, the easier it is for us to bring positive perspective to negative situation. That is the truth. So I want you to pick this little nugget because that is what's going to help you to understand this training better. Okay, so as I write on. So how to manifest during tough time? The first thing to do is to have a clear intention. That is the truth. Once tough time comes, the first thing you need to do is to have a clear intention. Why now? Because now that you have spent hours and days thinking about how you have went wrong and right, that is the truth. Now it is also time to know how you want to rise above all. That is the truth. Why do I say have a clear intention? Sometimes when things goes wrong, some people spend their whole years, some people spend the whole week, some people spend the whole day thinking of how the day has gone bad, thinking of the tough challenges that they're passing through, and it keeps them in a chaos mood and making them blindfolded to the greatness of the future. Now you have sat down thinking about what has gone wrong, what has gone wrong. It is also time to know how to rise above all. Have a clear intention about what you are all to be. Now, when you have a clear picture and 100% sure that it's exactly what you need to get out of a rod, set that as your intention for your manifestation process. Am I making sense? Now, once you have a clear intention, I'm 100% sure that that's exactly what you need. Now, set out your intention and know that that is your manifestation process. So you have to know what you want and stick to it. Okay, so when you are passing through tough time, you need to sit down, have a clear picture of what you really want in life and stick to it. You don't just you stand in aloof and you begin to play the blame game. You blame everybody, you blame this and blame everything that is around you. So now the second thing, how to manifest during tough time. The second one is to question your belief. Question your belief. Very important. Your unconscious belief can greatly impact how you perceive the world around you. Now, you should understand that we have our subconscious mind and our conscious mind. Very important. And something that people don't know is that our unconscious belief matters a lot. Why do I say so? Because your unconscious belief is your real you. Is that actions you portray even when you think that is not your nature. That is the truth. That's your unconscious mind. Now, your unconscious belief matters a lot. Even the scripture says something. There is a man thinketh in his heart. That thing, that thought that goes deep, sometimes it radiates out of a kind of you couldn't control it, but it just stick down there. So your unconscious belief matters a lot and can greatly impact how you perceive the world. So you should be mindful of what you pay attention. So pay attention to how your belief makes you feel. How does your belief make you feel? You know, the truth is that you are structured and you are structured and you are being made by your belief. Your belief matters a lot. So who do you see yourself to become? Who do you see yourself to be? Who are you? That is what you need to ask yourself. Question your belief. Am I sure that the person I'm perceiving myself to be is who I am? Is that who you really are? Very important, because your inability to question this, your inability to sit down and get the truth about who you are and your belief, you will see that you will crawl around the world. Now, do they make you feel smaller or give you a less than hopeful view of the world? Very important. Now, your belief, does it make you look smaller? Does it make you look down on yourself? Some people are timid in life. Some people have this shyness in them. Some people don't have this self-doubt in them. They don't have confidence about themselves. They don't believe in themselves. The truth is that the more you continue disbelieving in yourself, you will discover that the more hard situation comes around you, you can never overcome it. But you need to believe who you are. Who are you? Ask yourself that question. Sit down and look at the mirror and ask yourself, who am I? You can look yourself, you call your name, you say, Dixon, who are you? So very important. So do they make you, your belief, does it make you look smaller or give you less than hopeful view of the world? So your experience in life are shaped by what you expect. Very important. So what you expect comes from your belief. That is the truth. If you have a limited belief about yourself, you will discover that your expectation in life will be so small. You can't dream big, you can't think big. That is the truth, because you are limited. Your experience, your knowledge is experience, your belief is limited. But when you begin to think big about yourself, there is a book written by Carson. He said, think big. So when you think big, when you start looking at yourself as somebody that you are capable, you see that everything becomes capable for you. When you think big, you tell yourself, I can achieve this to the fullest. You will see that you can be able to achieve them. Even when tough time comes, because of this belief you have in yourself, you can be able to surmount those hard situations and get over it. Okay, so negative belief can sabotage what you are experiencing in your life if you don't change them. If you are pessimistic in life, you discover that everything in your life will be negative. But when you start thinking like an optimistic individual, you see that everything in your life will move simultaneously to be awesome and positive. Hope I'm making sense. Now, the next thing is to use affirmations. Very important. How this one of another key important information you should understand and know when you're passing through tough time. Use affirmation. What are affirmations? Now, affirmations are those powerful statements that you can use repeatedly to alter your core subconscious belief and create new neutral pathway in your brain. Now, I normally tell people this: it's better you talk to yourself than you listen to yourself. Yes, why do I say so? Because sometimes you might have a negative mindset about a particular enterprise. And once you start listening daily and consistently to your negative mindset, it's natural with human being that when something comes up, when a problem comes up, they start thinking that this thing that happened to them is permanent and it will continue happen to them. Just like people, permit me to use this native adage of they say that "Iye chifu tere hewere." No, it's not. Is not a part of life. It's not something you should accept as an individual. No. If something bad comes up, you have the power to change it. You sit down and use affirmations. What are affirmations? I said they are words you use continuously. You can tell yourself, I am capable. I am worthy of winning this game. I believe in myself that I'm a wonder. I am amazing. I am the best that has ever been and the best that will ever be. These affirmative words, the moment you begin to use them on daily basis, repetitively, you will discover that what happens that it will stick to your subconscious mind. And before you know it, everything around you begins to work according to your belief. So you can use it softly or loudly. By doing so, you'll be able to see possibilities instead of problem itself. That is the truth. When you begin to speak to your mind, when you begin to speak to your being, than sitting down listening to the garbage and all the nonsense that is coming in your mind, instead of listening to that negative belief flushing in your mind, telling you, I am a failure, I can't do that. No, why not speak to yourself? Why not speak to your mind? This is one of the ways to manifest during tough time. When things are tough, look down, sit down and speak to yourself and tell yourself that irrespective of the problem that is going on, I know that I can win the game. I know that I can be successful. I know that I'm not mediocre and I'm born to excel. That is a belief. Hope I'm making sense. Remember, I promise you that you're going to have value for your time. So thank you so much for this little time that we have spent. And God bless you so much for staying in tune with me. Remember my name. My name is Dixon Gosvine, and I love you so much. So as you continue watching and staying close with me, I believe that the more information comes, you have maximum value for your time. Thank you so much, and you have yourself a nice day.